I honestly never thought I'd be living back in the United States, but you know, life happens and here we are. Hey y'all, I'm Shawnie. Welcome back to my channel. If you are watching this video and there's a white button below that says subscribe, do me a favor and make that word past tense for your girl. Thank you. And if you're already part of the family, que pasa, amigos? Gracias por su apoyo. In my last video, I revealed the real reason why I left Mexico after 3.5 beautiful years living abroad. And right now, I want to take a moment to thank everybody who left a kind and encouraging comment. Your support means so much to me as I start this new chapter of my life. And as promised, today I'm going to give you an update on how my life has been since moving back, what I've been up to, and if I have plans on returning to Mexico. So without further ado, let's chit chat. So by now, you know the real reason why I moved back to the United States. I was laid off from the best job I have ever had. And even though I had 6 months of expenses saved, it was not enough to outlast the brutal reality of today's job market. To be honest, I would have needed at least 2 years of expenses saved because believe it or not, I am still unemployed. Crazy, right? Next month will mark 1 full year without a job. There's just no way I could have ever expected, prepared, or planned for that. I won't sugarcoat it. Life since moving back has been challenging, both mentally and financially, but I am so grateful for my mom. She has been my rock through it all. She always knows exactly what to say to help me when I'm having a mental breakdown, and honestly, I don't know what I'd do without her. I am currently living with my mom, and it has been a humbling experience. On one hand, I'm grateful to have a mom that allows me to move back home and get my life together. And on the other hand, I'm embarrassed to be 35 years old living at home with my mama. But I'm learning not to feel so ashamed because life is full of ups and downs. You have to learn how to adapt as your life is changing and to pivot when necessary. Hard times don't discriminate. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is exempt. Just like the seasons change, I believe my situation will also. And although I am optimistic and positive on most days, I definitely have my days when I am not. Some days are just rougher than others. And I know overall there's a lesson I'm supposed to take from this situation. And trust me, moving forward, it will be ingrained in my brain. Y'all, my life is so divinely aligned, it's crazy. Let me take you back for a second. I grew up running track and field. I started in 5th grade and I ultimately earned a full track and field scholarship to college. When I got to college though, I realized I made a huge mistake. My school did not have my major, fashion design. So I ended up shuffling through quite a few majors, biology, economics, English, until I settled on broadcast journalism. But now that I think about it, I guess I am using the degree because I have this channel, but it was never what I wanted to do with my life. Keep this story in your back pocket. Fast forward to last summer when I was stressing whether I'll be able to stay in Mexico or not. I was scrolling through Instagram stories and I came across a friend of a friend's story who was in school for fashion design. I was immediately intrigued by her journey. I sent her a message asking her questions about the program and she responded with all of the details. I was so inspired, y'all, because she was just like me, except she had way more responsibilities. She was in her mid-30s. She was a mom of 2, a wife, and an Army vet. Despite all of this, she was chasing her dreams. I told her how fashion had always been my passion and how I regretted not being able to pursue it in college. She encouraged me to apply to her school. I was hesitant though, because I was still holding on to hope that I'll be able to find a way to stay in Mexico. But as the situation became more clear that I had to leave, I decided to apply. And I got it. I cannot even begin to explain to y'all how elated I was. A dream deferred is not a dream denied. And although I was sad about leaving Mexico, I was genuinely excited to move back to the States and finally pursue my dreams. I started school on August 27th, just 5 days after moving back. It is a 1-year program focused on fashion business and design. And y'all, I love school. It has been my piece of happiness during this transitional period of my life. I love learning. I love everything about it. And I am just so excited that at 35 years old, I am finally chasing my dreams. Leaving Mexico City was difficult because it is my favorite city in the world. Its vibrancy, its rich culture, and its world-renowned food puts it in a league of its own, in my personal opinion. I have not been to a city that can compare yet. With that being said, I have no plans of returning to Mexico to live. And I know that sounds shocking, but I have several reasons why, which I will reveal in an upcoming video. But I would absolutely go back to visit. Right now, my focus is entirely on school. I want to continue to absorb everything I'm learning. And upon graduating, I want to land a job in the Big Apple, New York City. And I know that might sound crazy coming out of my mouth because I never even thought I would live in the United States again, but it would not be a forever thing. It's definitely a strategic move in order to get more experience in the field and to also build my network connections due to New York being a major fashion capital. I have always dreamed of being the Black version of Carrie Bradshaw, dating a tall, handsome, chocolate version of Mr. Big. Ultimately, I do see myself living abroad in the future, where I don't know just yet, but I am not in a rush to plan my grand escape. Thankfully, I am a legal temporary resident of Mexico, and that is valid for 4 years, and I am up to renew that next year to become a permanent resident, which I fully intend to do. Mexico will always be my second home, and knowing that I can move back with ease if I so please gives me a lot of peace of mind. But for now, I'm in the United States until further notice. So y'all, that's where life has me right now, balancing being a full-time student while actively looking for employment, which feels like a full-time job in itself. I'm in such a transitional chapter of life, and there are moments where I feel completely overwhelmed, like I'm being buried. But in actuality, I know I'm being planted, and something beautiful is going to bloom from all of this. Even though I no longer live in Mexico, I still have so much I want to share about my journey and my experience for anyone who's considering making a similar move. I have some really helpful and informative videos coming y'all way, so please stay tuned to the channel. If you've made it to the end of this video, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.